Yeah, not on 4GG, but didn't they have like some downtime before joining? Like they didn't go straight from Kespa team into a foreign team? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know. Oops, shit. Anyway, game 1 is gonna be Free versus Cal here, PvP. Yeah. Okay, so Nada didn't join a Kespa team right after. M18 is the first active pro gamer, Xpac is telling me. Is this to be believed? Both Nada and 4GG were in OGS first, exactly. I don't know, either way, I mean, the thing is, even if it's not first, like, it's still super exciting. And the thing is, like, Light isn't even, you know, a huge name team. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Xeris. You know, I was a huge fan of Pandemic, and Pandemic back in the day, and of course that kind of has its roots in Light. But it's pretty crazy because it's not even like, you know, it's not like EG went and bought some Kespa guy. It's just like, oh, there's this little team that doesn't even have an icon on Team Liquid. Right? You can't even have like, you know, you can have like the little icon for like Root or OGS or whatever, or I guess does the OGS icon still exist? I don't know, but you can have like all the StarCraft 2 team icons now, but you don't there's not even an icon for Light, and yet they've picked up a Kespa pro gamer, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know. Whether it's first or not doesn't really bother me. I was pretty stoked. Hey, it looks like we're gonna have Free as the orange Protoss in the bottom left, Cal as the teal Protoss in the bottom. Or sorry, in the top left here on Jade. Immediately I noticed that Free seemed to have split one of his probes to a further away patch, which is somewhat curious to me. It obviously doesn't make a huge difference as long as you split them all to 4 different patches, but it's very interesting. See, look at how Cal has split all his probes are mining from the close patches and not from the far patches. I'm not sure why Free put one on the far patch. I mean, he's a freaking pro gamer, right? It's not like he has trouble. He's like, I can't split my probes. He's not like some, you know, D+ newbie. Anyway. Let me do some clock positions for us. Alright. Perfect. I believe, yep, the OGN Observer agrees with me. Excellent. So Jade. Not particularly interesting, but it does have a reverse ramp, which can lead to some interesting things. In this matchup, some early Dragoon aggression, perhaps. And otherwise, yeah, Cal is now. I mean, Cal's always been probably one of the more solid players on Air Force Ace. But now that M18 Stardust has left, he's gone to Light. He's like, it's like him and Gwemchi are their Protoss players now. And that's it. And Stardust was also pretty decent at SC2, so like, I think Air Force Ace is getting kind of shafted by this. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, his military term is up. It's not like he's just gonna chill in the military just so he can play StarCraft for Air Force Ace. I don't know. Maybe if he had enough esports passion, he'd do that. But that'd be pretty crazy. Could you imagine? You know, they're like, okay, you don't have to serve in the military anymore. You can go like have a normal life now. And he's like, no. Hold on. I want to keep flying jets and shit as long as you let me play StarCraft. You know, putting it like that, actually flying jets and shit's probably not that bad. Actually sounds quite fun, but you know. Anyway, we do have a Zealot first from Cal, whereas Free has gong for the Cybernetics Corps first. Slightly more risky build, but generally fine on 4-player maps. The main reason you go for a Zealot first is so that you don't die immediately to someone going for a 2-gate. But 2-gate is essentially non-existent anymore. It's like an extinct build, basically. Basically, if you do it, you're terrible. So don't do it. Protosses, don't 2-gate in PvP, okay? That's like one of my pet peeves, is seeing 2-gates in PvP. I'm just like, oh, this is such a terrible strategy. Don't do it. Yeah, because I mean, if you go for Zealot first, if you go like Zelcore Zell, you can hold it off fairly easily with good micro, and potentially like a shield battery or something, and then you're just so far ahead in tech that you can't really do anything. So We do have 2 gateways now for free. Looks like just now sending out a scout, whereas Cal scouted a little bit earlier. And he's got his own core up as well. All fine and dandy. Looks like he's actually scouting with his Dragoon. So he has one zealot chilling at the top of his ramp. And the Dragoon is actually going to meet that probe, which is going to be quite interesting. Oh, that is actually very lucky for free. Oh, he's not going to get it though because he doesn't have goon range. Oh no, he will get it! Oh, because he had to turn around the corner to go down the ramp. Ugh. Sorry. I took a bite of toast, that was a bad idea. Okay, so looks like we have a 1-gate robo from Cal. This could be slightly dangerous if Free decides to get frisky with his Dragoons. It looks like he is moving out now with his initial Zealot and Dragoon. His other Dragoon's actually coming from the top right now, and oh my god, he's gonna pass right by Cal's Dragoon. Oh man, that's gonna be very, very bad for Cal. He's on 1-gate production against 2-gate production, and if he gets this Dragoon call, no, let's say Dragoon does come back in time. I don't know how Cal sensed that was gonna happen. Like, wait a minute, what made Cal turn back there? What the hell? It was like, man, Cal, that was like some flash sense right there. It's like, suddenly he's like, oh my god, my spidey sense is tingling, my Dragoon is about to get surrounded, he immediately pulls back. That was pretty crazy. I don't know if did he actually see one of the Dragoons or something? Maybe he saw one, I'm not sure, but that was pretty good nonetheless. So now he's slightly less screwed, but he's still in a bit of trouble. As you can see, he's getting pushed down his ramp. Oh, getting that Dragoon stuck and lost. And this is the problem. See, with that reverse ramp, you can't even hold the top of a ramp here. This is why going for a super fast robos on this map is a slightly risky build. And Free has decided to push the issue here. And I think that might just be it here, because it was an observatory as well, not just straight Reaver. So I think Cal might just die to this early pressure. I mean, he's having to pull probes here. Maybe he can survive a little bit. He does have 2 gateway production of his own now, but as you can see, he's getting all his Dragoons sniped. So now these Zealots and probes are almost never going to catch these Dragoons. And look at this, Free just rallying in more and more Dragoons. But oh, it looks like Cal might have got us around there. Did he get us around? No, it didn't quite get us around. Even if he did, he's just losing a million probes here. So Cal is pretty dead in this game, unfortunately for him. Choosing a slightly peculiar build order for this map, I gotta say. I mean, you know, Free didn't do anything crazy. Free just went 2-gate robo. That's very, very standard and safe. It's not like he went 3 or 4-gate goon or anything like that. To go for a 1-gate into super fast robo and just observers and not for reavers straight away. Like if you rush for reavers as well, maybe he could have held this. But if you just go for observers, it's like you've got 1-gate goon production. Any kind of goon pressure is going to kill you. So I'm a little bit confused. I mean, you know, he does have a single gateway now. He has the support bay, but well, anyway, Cal's dead. Down to 22 supply against 38 supply of Free. And that is not going to bode well for Air Force Ace here. GG from Goojilla! And Free takes the game. And for anyone wondering why the IDs don't actually match up to what I have in my overlay, Goojilla is of course Cal, and Pretty is of course Free. I decided to give Free a break.